First, I'm John Bachman. The Site Intelligence Group, a terrorism watchdog organization which was first to report the beheadings of two American journalists, says another hostage has been killed. A group calling itself Jund al-Khalifa, which is linked to the Islamic State, said they abducted Hervé Gurdel and they would kill him if the French did not end its campaign and airstrikes in Iraq. Well, Site is now reporting that has been the case. Another hostage killed by an Islamic State terror network. Meantime, in New York, while speaking at the UN late this morning, President Obama promised to lead a coalition to dismantle what he calls the network of death.
No external power can bring about a transformation of hearts and minds. But America will be a respectful and constructive partner.
Well, the president spoke just hours after the Pentagon confirmed new airstrikes on ISIS in Iraq and Syria. 2 U.S. strikes hit targets in Syria, while American jets also attacked ISIS in Iraq. And now, British Prime Minister David Cameron says he may recall Parliament to discuss joining those airstrikes. Also, the terror network known as the Khorasan Group is mourning the loss of its leader on Twitter. Several reports say Mushin al-Fadli was killed in Monday's airstrikes, but his death has not been officially confirmed by the Pentagon. The Khorasan Group is an al-Qaeda offshoot. U.S. officials say they were obsessed with a 9/11-style terror attack against the U.S. or Europe. And this is a new look today at the Israeli operation that killed 2 Palestinians suspected of kidnapping and murdering 3 Israeli teens over the summer. What we're seeing here now is Israeli special forces storming a building in Ramallah where the suspects were hiding out. The 2 suspects were killed in a gunfight after they fired on the IDF. The kidnapping in June of the teens, whose bodies were found and a few weeks later, set off a chain of events which led to that 50-day war in Gaza. And the manhunt continues for the man suspected of abducting a missing University of Virginia student.
We reached that point where the Commonwealth felt we had sufficient probable cause to seek an arrest warrant.
Jesse Matthew is believed to be the last person seen with 18-year-old Hannah Graham before she vanished more than a week and a half ago. He faces a Class 2 felony abduction charge. He actually went to police over the weekend asking for a lawyer, but then quickly fled. And new numbers show the governor's race in Florida, and this is a key one, is neck and neck. The Quinnipiac poll gives Republican Governor Rick Scott a 2-point lead over former Governor Charlie Crist, but 17% of voters remain undecided. And men and women are split in the vote. 43% of women polled say they favor Crist, while 48% of men back the Republican choice, Scott. And what you're seeing right here is an intercontinental ballistic missile being launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. It's a test of the Minuteman III missile. Air Force officials say the 4,200-mile test flight was a huge success. More news in 30 minutes. I'm John Bachman. Now we'll send it back to Ed Berliner in Midpoint.